Well, that's the wrong marker. That's not what we're going for. There it is. That's the right one. So, the much anticipated Hampton shows have finally arrived. What would the Phish have in store? Well, another great first set. That much I know. That much I know. That much I know. I don't know much else, but all right. The Fluffhead, they got a lot of great openers. This one might be the greatest opener they have. Played pretty well, and I mean, obviously, just getting the place just going absolutely crazy from the get-go and carrying that momentum for a while, really. 46 days, and my friend followed that up. Two regulars, two very good regulars. 46 days, pretty much just kind of staying low-key tonight. And then my friend, like it's always going to have well, not always, but most of the time have a little bit of a heavier edge to the jam, and that was the case here tonight. And just what a difference between these two and then this one, 46 days. So just go from some of this early weird stuff to a more modern, although 46 days, not all that modern anymore, is it? Anyways, you see what I'm saying. They're bouncing around. Then we get back staying with the weird Rift. If you're a big fan of Rift, there it was. It seems to stay in the rotation no matter what. Gumbo, another jammed out Gumbo here. Now, I felt like I was hearing maybe I don't know if it was a straight Norwegian wood tease or just Trey was just somewhere in the neighborhood and hanging around with that theme. So an excellent Gumbo followed by Pebbles and Marbles. That's pretty much any time we're going to be all right with them playing Pebbles and Marbles. Glad to see that one there. Army of One really coming out of nowhere. Could have been your long shot call. Yamar, look at we're getting another Yamar just right on the heels of a recent one. And this time in the first set, this time indoors this time. I guess my thoughts of Yamar being a first set outdoor summer song, not necessarily the case. Still good. The Wedge, Walls of the Cave, ending it, getting a wedge in before the summer's over. And then maybe not the first. Walls of the Cave, obviously a big powerhouse. Cannot match how it started, though, with Fluffhead, obviously. Gumbo, maybe. The Fluffhead was the big highlight. Then Gumbo, then my friend coming in. I just pardon my friend. It was just maybe some light head banging going on. Energy coming out of nowhere. We're moving over to the second set now. Energy coming somewhat out of nowhere, I would think. It had been a while since they played this one. Perhaps opened up the second set then as well, Energy did. And, I guess my complaint would be the Energy Jam, a little bit similar to the Gumbo Jam. He kind of found that Norwegian wood sounding theme again and kind of hung on to it a little bit, Trey did. Mike, obviously, I should say, I think it was in my friend. The Fluffhead page very loud in the Fluffhead. I mean, okay, fine. I'm not going to complain. Normally it's Trey that's a bit loud. But you could hear Mike rumble in there, going him and Fishman both on this one as well. Just a big first set for Mike, and then there's times in the bundle of Fishman, of course. All right, so enough about the first set. So now after the Energy, which, then Tweezer, it took Tweezer a bit to get going. I just felt like, okay, we got a very, very low energy. It's going to have been low energy. We put an L in front of Energy. Second set here. But after some building, Tweezer does finally get there and hits that big spot. The lights lighten up. Everybody's leaving their feet. And mostly jumping, you know what I'm saying, by leaving their feet. And then we get into Ruby Waves. It's kind of all this just sort of ran together, and none of them were really a 10. The Ruby Waves, while good, I know SE, big fan of the channel, he was there tonight. He's been hoping for a Ruby Waves. You got your Ruby Waves. No Man in No Man's Land making its first appearance in this run of shows. And yeah, I don't know. It's kind of playing the light role here tonight. Just a little bit of a filler. And then this was maybe my favorite part of all of it, this little second part of the Tweezer. They dip back into it, recognizably Tweezer, and then quickly start to get a little funky with the jam, and then we go waste rock and roll to end the set, and then Caspian, Bug, Tweezer Reprise. Okay, I'm a Caspian guy, maybe not in that spot, not a Bug guy, and then Tweezer Reprise. I think we got our fill of Tweezer Reprise back at SPAC. At least they didn't do the thing where they hang on until Sunday night and end with Tweezer Reprise. So, night one, man, my expectations were up here. Maybe they should have been more around. I mean, as good as they've been playing, it's Hampton. It's been rumored for years, I feel. Late in the show, though, some odd bad news. homicide being investigated outside of the arena on Coliseum Drive. Saw flashing lights and a looked like shakedown in the background. So be safe out there. Be careful going home. Hopefully there's there's a homicide. Somebody lost their life. I want to say I hope it wasn't a fan, but sorry that it was anybody. Goose fan, maybe there's a Goose fan there. All right, boom. We're out of here. Bug. Can't believe we got bugged on night 1 in Hampton. All right, well, you're getting a short recap. They stiffed us. I'm stiffing you. Boom. See you tomorrow. I'm sure tomorrow's going to get rid of that Atlanta. No need for that. That run's over. All right, guys. Boom. Love you. We're out of here. I'm sure night 2 will be good. Night 3, even better.